Hey, welcome back to another edition of Babyface Brew Review. My name is Alex. I'll be walking you guys and gals through this review for the next few minutes here today. Thank you so much again for joining me. And we've got a pretty cool release from Stone Brewing Company in Escondido, California, Richmond, Virginia, and I believe Berlin, Germany as well. This is their Grapefruit Slam IPA. Actually, this beer was brewed back in 2014 as kind of like a one-hitter sort of release from them. It was called their Stochasticity project, Grapefruit Slam IPA, same name and everything, using grapefruit peel as an adjunct in here. So, didn't have that beer, but heard some pretty decent stuff about that one, and I think it's the same recipe that they're utilizing in this beer as well. So 4 years later, five years later, we're going to see what this looks like. Getting into the specs of the beer, 8% alcohol by volume, no IBU content for you, unfortunately, today. Then from the folks over on Beer Advocate, 3.97 out of 5, putting in that very good category. And then from on Untapped, 3.76 out of 5 cap. So some solid stuff. They're a little lower than what we usually see from Stone, but we'll decide for ourselves and see what we think about it. Using Centennial, Chinook, and Magnum hops here. Like I said, grapefruit peel as the adjunct. Canning date on this bad boy is 1/7/19. Today's date. Time of recording is the 29th of January, so just over a few weeks old. Still relatively fresh. Dropped this can in my driveway, so it got a little damaged, but that's not going to compromise the taste of the beer. So without further ado, let's crack the cap on the Grapefruit Slam IPA from Stone Brewing Company. Oh yeah, definitely get some grapefruit peel right up front there, no doubt about it, just from opening this bad boy. Definitely looks like a traditional Stone West Coast IPA in the glass there. Yeah, very pungent already. I can smell it. Awesome kind of a golden amber hue to this bad boy. A little bit of mild, yeah, not so much, some filtered haze in there, but yeah, awesome clarity. Active carbonation streaming up from the bottom there. A nice kind of ivory hue to this head. Very rocky, then getting tightly compact towards the bottom. If we swirl it around, we might get some sort of lacing clinging to the edges of the glass there. Yeah, we can kind of see that for sure. Awesome stuff. Really nice West Coast looking IPA in the glass. Let's get an aroma and a smell on this bad boy. Yeah, big grapefruit notes. Ruby red grapefruit, white grapefruit, peel, citrus, peel, pith, juice, all grapefruit, basically dominating the nose here. Trying to reach in there for something else, but very one-dimensional in terms of this profile. It's on the name of the beer, so that's what we're going to come to expect, but there's nothing really else in there. I mean, as far as a malt base goes, kind of that Stone caramel sweetness, graham crackery-like element. Maybe a little bit of kind of like this pepperiness, almost like a woodsy, earthy undertone, some leafy, like verbena notes in there. Yeah, kiss a pine. Other than that, really citrusy in terms of the grapefruit. Yeah, smells nice. All right, well, without further ado, cheers, pros, whatever the hell you want to call it. This is the Stone Grapefruit Slam IPA. Nice lacing there, clinging to the walls of the glass. It's nice. I mean, definitely a Stone beer, definitely staying to the West Coast roots, not wavering on that. A lot of these Stone beers as of late for me are kind of starting to fall in the same category of taste. They're just kind of all tasting a little bit the same. With the exception of the Enjoy By series, which they really amp up in terms of the hops. But getting into the taste up front, following the nose there, nice graham crackery, subtle sweetness, a little bit of caramel malt in there as well, laying the foundation. Then the hops just take over. Really aggressive in terms of the hops, just driving through the palate. Like I said on the nose, grapefruit peel, grapefruit pith, grapefruit juice, both ruby red and white grapefruit in taste there. Then as we transition to the back end, Kind of get this leafy, stemmy, almost like sassafras, like herbal complexity to this beer, drying out very nicely. Resinous and characteristic on the palate there, nice bitterness, a little bit of warmth and pepperiness as well. Getting into the mouthfeel, medium to light body for they call it IPA. You're basically a double IPA at that point, but we'll call it an IPA. Drinks really nice. Alcohol is very well hidden for 8%. You could really blaze through this no problem. Drinkability is awesome. I will say it's just a very one-dimensional beer. I mean, the carbonation is nice as well, following up on the feel there. But getting into the assessment of this, it's a very one-dimensional beer. It doesn't even pop that much in terms of the grapefruit, in my opinion. I get grapefruit there and throughout, but Sculpin, Grapefruit IPA, get a much more of a grapefruit note in there, really popping, like you're biting into a grapefruit. This one, it's more rounded out, but it just falls into that same category of stone beers that we've had before, whether it's the Dr. Rudy's, the Laurel hopped one, or there's been a few in the last 7 to 8 months that I've had. I'm just like, tastes like I'm drinking the same beer, and I love stone beer, so I'm not taking a dump on them here, even though it might sound like I am. But it just there's a lot of overlap with a lot of these beers. So, as far as a grade, I'm gonna go like an 86. I agree with those ratings on Beer Advocate or on Untapped of a 3.67. I put it at a 3.75. I mean, it's a solid beer. It's well constructed. Craftsmanship has always been there from Stone, but in terms of the flavor profile and complexity, it's very bleh. So an 86 for me on this beer. But that's not what matters. What matters is what you guys and gals think, and you can let me know by leaving that all in the comments section down below. Did you love it? Did you hate it? What did you think of the Grapefruit Slam IPA from Stone Brewing Company, Escondido, California? Please, I'm going to start pumping out a few more reviews here. I am sorry for a little bit of an absence. Appreciate you guys, helping me hit 1K in terms of subscribers there, over the last couple months. You guys are awesome. You're rock stars. You're the one that keeps this thing humming. So, until next time, you guys, cheers, prost, or the hell you want to call it. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Babyface Brew Review.